Today we're going to be working on yet another canvas. For those of you that have been part of my channel, been part of my lives in the past, you guys know that I've been doing a summer canvas giveaway, and I've been creating a new canvas every single Saturday while I stream. I did run a little bit late today just because I got caught up with errands and stuff during the day, so I had to kind of make it 7 o'clock. Hi Tina, how are you, darling? But I'm here, and today the inspiration is gonna be, I think it's lilac. I think that's the flower. I think that's the flower, you guys. So we'll see. Hopefully. Hello, Karina. Welcome back. So let me just pull up my chat log real quick so that I can see what I'm saying. And yes, hopefully everything is good with this. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure that all my settings are properly put in place. Awesome. Yes, they are. Oh wait, let me put it, let me give it, oh, you can pick. Ugh. All right, so give me 1 second. I am right there. There we go. Save that. View on watch page. Here we go. Woohoo! So, yes, the inspiration for today is lilac, but I wanted to assemble it. So that's what I'm going to do. Hey, Isabel. How you doing, love? And so, let me see if I can pull up a picture of what it's supposed to look like. Hopefully this is a good one here. What's going on, phone? So, let's see. Hopefully you guys can see that. And that's what a lilac is. It's like a little bushes of flowers. And I wanted to do something like that, but I wanted to make it out of knickknacks and all different kinds of stuff. So I gathered here. Well, to start off, this is the Dollar Tree canvas. I have one more left, and then if I don't get any before I use that next one, then I'm gonna be doing the clipboards next. So what I did is I added some, I didn't just do the board, but I did use Deco Art Media modeling paste in black so that you guys can see the, you know, what I did to it. I used these two stencils, which are by Deco Art Americana Decor. And it's pretty much, I used this little one here, and I used this bigger one here to do the bottom. And then I actually, where's the other one? Oh, yes. I used, well, I used this one here in the top to kind of give it a little bit more and put one in the center. So that's pretty much what I did with the canvas. I haven't done nothing else with that. I do that before the live because that takes time to dry. So it helps me to get myself started. How did you girls sleep? What a wild night, huh? I can't believe we stayed up till almost 2 in the morning. We are barbarics, you guys. Thank you. So let's, hopefully we're gonna have some more fun today. So I also pulled out some feathers because I'm gonna glue some feathers on here. I'm gonna probably cut them and just add like texture, more texture. I don't even know if I'm gonna do it or not. But I just pull out different things while my juices are kind of flowing. I already have my heat gun going. So I got that already kind of going off on the side. So the idea here is to add something here. But before I go into adding the something, I don't know. I'm kind of debating now how I want to start this, which is not uncommon for me, but we're going to figure it out. No late night tonight. Don't listen to that song. Leave it up to him and he'll turn me into a little midnight zombie over here. So I'm going to use like colors that I normally wouldn't incorporate into any kind of art, like these really bright yellow ones. So I'm gonna take out 2 of those. He's such a nice guy, right? Got my brush. Well, I'm covering everything up. So the feathers themselves, you're not gonna see. I'm using the feathers plainly just to get the texture. I'm actually gonna break them apart a little bit. I want it to look like grass. That's the whole idea, I think. So I want it to kind of look like grass. So I don't even know if I'm gonna need the 2, but I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm not gonna buffer it. Hi, Jackie. I'm fancy. Who else is here? Oh, we have Deb. Hi, Deb. So that's what we're gonna do. And here I got some art stones. These are by Bray Reese. I got these in Hobby Lobby. So I'm thinking that I can use some of these. They're like little boulders to add some of the texture for the lilacs. And this is like impressionistic kind of art. Like I'm not gonna make actual little flowers. I just wanted to look like those flowers from a distance. And they look very interesting up close and personal. So I've got even smaller ones here. I have no idea where I got these from, but wherever I got these from, thank you, because I know I got them through Happy Mail. I've got here some butterflies that I'm going to incorporate into it. And I also want to create some dragonflies. And I'm going to use these filigrees to do it. I'm going to clip the bottom and just leave the 2 top wings. And I've got some wire rack here that I'm going to somehow do something with it. We'll figure it out. Got some little tiny beads to add some more texture wherever I feel I need it. And then this is my like little bag of assortments because I was cleaning out. You know how when you end up like using stuff, you'll just put the leftovers anywhere? At least I know I do. I put the leftovers anywhere. So as I was like cleaning and organizing, I kept finding beads and this and that and this and that, like in all different places. So I just grabbed the Ziploc bag and just started putting it all in there. Hi, Zorinda. I hope so. That's definitely always the goal. So I pulled out my little bag of gems, all different kinds of pieces of plastic stuff. And we're going to see what parts we use, what part we don't use. And this is more or less how I'm going to get this show started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my feather. So I'm just going to hot glue it here. And then when I add the gesso, it'll hopefully glue out the rest. And we're going to start this party. We're going to start this party, you guys. Can I pop this chat out? Let's see, pop out the chat. Maybe that'll help me too. Ooh, now I only get the chat. Now I don't get to see my blunders. So I can't see you guys if my, my stuff is off, like if it starts buffering like crazy or if it goes mad or whatever the case is. I can't see it. I popped open the chat so that it's really big. It's got the full screen. So just let me know if you guys see anything crazy. Crazy chicken. Pollo loco. Yes. Just like Alice in Wonderland, we're all mad over here. That's for sure. So I'm going to use the whole feather. And this is how I'm going to start this off. I'm going to use the whole feather. And I'm going to start building from here. And like I said, I'm just going to place this somewhere along the bottom. It'll create like a ground level. And at the same time, give me the illusion of grass. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. Just gonna break some of these apart. Let me get like a little comb or something. Oh, there we go. That'll work. That's what I'm using. So we're gonna break that apart a little bit. And I'm gonna start by, I'm gonna make my stems so that I know which way this is gonna go. And then I'll start adding all the different stuff. And then finally, I'll finish it off by painting and doing all of that kind of stuff. You like the view? Yes. I'm feeling it. I just hope that the table doesn't fly that way. Because it's just a piece of wood that I put on top of my little go-kart thing. So it's like, you know, really, really shaky because, you know, these things are like, you know, they're not as stable when you use it for this kind of stuff, but hopefully it'll work. Let me get a glue stick out. So I'm going to create my stem first, and then we'll see where we kind of go from here. I'm going to part this out to the side so that I can get like a clean, nice clean area. And let's see. I don't really know how much of the stuff I'm going to be able to fit in here. I want to get a nice big one. Something like that. Let's continue this one. What time is it where you are, Karina? Well, today we have steak and potatoes. And for dessert, we have flan. Well, they have flan. I had tres leche. Yummy. Delicious. Oh, no. Well, even cheap frozen pizza you can make taste delicious if you just add some real ingredients like real cheese, a little bit of real sauce, then pop it in the oven. You'll take what, Jackie? What are you going to take? So we'll see how this all turns out. And I want one that kind of dances with the other one. So let me see if I can just do this like this, pushing this one down. That way I don't have to depend on my trigger. And it'll give me a nice, steady, even. That is way better. So just by using one for the other one. So I think, well, maybe over here, I'll bring one out to kind of dance with this one. And we'll see how that kind of looks. We're gonna let that glue dry a little bit. We're gonna let that kind of dry off a little bit. But that's actually, if you wanna do these kinds of stems, do what I just did and push with the glue. Add another stick on top of it when you have room, and then just push it with the glue. And don't even bother with this because it'll just cut your stream off. Leeches? Oh no. Oh, pork chop and tostones. That's delicious. That is delicious. So let's see here. So like I said, I want to start with like bigger pieces in the bottom. And I'm going to start maybe somewhere around here. I want to draw myself like a little line, just like a little indicator line of where I should be adding what. That's like a fruit, right? What's leeches? I asked that song because Puerto Ricans sometimes have different words for the same fruit that we call something different, you know.
I don't eat no leeches. I don't know what she eat. I don't eat no leeches.
You don't eat leeches. So I'm gonna just draw two little simple indicator lines. I just want to see like where I'm gonna start these off at. Hopefully I'll remember that I put these in. And I want to offset them just a little bit so that I can go ahead and do this. Leeches. What's leeches? Isabel, ¿qué es eso? Oh, it's Jackie. Jackie, what is that? Talk to me in a language that I understand. Because I don't understand what that is right now. All right, so I might not end up using that feather. I think one feather might actually be enough.
Leeches are the animals suck on your blood.
Leeches are the animals that suck on your blood, but there's a fruit that's called leeches too. Or is it leeks? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's too much for me.
Bad.
Huh? Yeah. No spamming, Jackie. It won't let you. It won't let it show if all you do is put symbols. Leche. She had milk. Let me get some bigger little balls here. Put this here.
This was a leche.
Yes. Leche. Leche de vaca. Gonna get like some bigger ones so that I have different sizes. And I don't care what color they are because, again, this is mostly gonna be covered up in gesso. I'll try to get as many of the same size as I can, but I'm not gonna worry myself too much about it. Let's try with these first and just see. We're gonna see if this is gonna work. Now we have cows. And you guys are too much. All right, so I'm gonna start, and I'm just gonna drop a whole bunch of glue right here. Just a stick.
That's what they use to make these things.
What they use to make for the stick?
And it's hot.
Oh yeah, beef. So we're just gonna try to get as many of them as we can here. I should have sorted this out before I started, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We're gonna have all different kinds going on in here. All different kinds of little balls. I just have enough. I hope I have enough for 4 steps. And you want these to kind of go tapering, right? Because that's like how they look. They're like really full in the bottom and then they kind of taper. See, if I would have had these organized, I could have just poured it on there, but I don't. So we're just gonna add as many of these little things as we possibly can. Let me start adding some of these little bolder ones. This is gonna consume a lot of glue. You can do this with white glue too. You just have to make sure that you let it dry. Since I'm playing with time here, I don't really have that luxury of letting it kind of dry. So we're just gonna do what we can and get this kind of going right. I'm just gonna mount these in there however I can pile them on. You might see little balls floating everywhere. And again, it doesn't matter what color they are, you're painting over all of this. You are painting over all of it. Oh, you're folding laundry? That's cool. And they get smaller as they go up. So let's add some seed beads up here. Right now it looks crazy. And hopefully it doesn't look crazy when I'm done. We shall see. We shall see. That's for sure. We shall see. So let's see. Let's start with it up in my little line. Over here somewhere. Let's try to get some of these to kind of go down here. These are all like different sizes. It's just something that you can do with, you know, like when you end up having bags like I do with different stuff that you don't even know what the heck to do with it. You can just do stuff like this. So what's going on, you guys? What are you guys up to today? How's your day going? Trying to drop them in there before that glue dries, because that glue dries so fast. Oh, I thought it was a bead there, and I literally put my hand in the glue. This can be a little messy, as you guys can probably see. I'm just trying to fill in the gaps with whatever I find, as long as it'll stick. I'll do a lot of this glue cleaning up after. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. I thought maybe we had you pooped out from yesterday. Where I got my glue? There we go. I should have been way more prepared, but that's the fun of how I create. I am never prepared, you guys. You know that already. I am just hoping that this will look the way I want it to look. That's what I'm hoping for. Let me see. I need something to go collecting other stuff. Oh, wait. I have these. I can use a little bit of these too. These are like little beads. They're like alphabet beads. But guess what happened, right? Because what had happened was is that like I had ordered these from like eBay, thinking that I was gonna get like the English alphabet because you know I saw the letter H, the letter Y. Oh no, darling. I got half of an alphabet. And I bought 3 bags of half of an alphabet. So I can barely make any words with them. So there's a lot of symbols like pi and all this other crazy funky stuff. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to figure this out. I'm gonna make another layer down here just because I don't want it to look like they're both starting in the same place. So I'm gonna add these like down here. I'm just gonna plop them in there. Anything that's round-ish will work, and even if it's not round, it might still work because at the end of the day, you're gonna be it's gonna look like what you want it to look like with the color scheme. So yes, there's gonna be purple in this one because the flowers are lavenderish color. So this is gonna be like lavender, and we'll see. So this is gonna have all kinds of crazy textures happening in here. I think I'm gonna leave this like that. Nice. It's always good to have projects in your head, girl. Nice, Jackie. Hello, Ricalena. Oh no, Rical Rena, right? Rical Rena. Something like that. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Oh, your challenge, you're gonna extend it to 1 more week. If you don't promote it, this is the thing with YouTube. YouTube will literally keep your video on the screen for 3 days. You have 3 days. That's your window of opportunity, is 3 days. Because you have today's, yesterday's, and this week. So you have 3 days really that your video will be on the main screen when you hit your subscriber list. So what happens after 3 days is not that your video gets like lost, but it does become a little bit more archived. So unless somebody's purposefully looking for it, like if somebody is doing like a VR or something like that, then they're gonna go and you're gonna get more views. Usually the amount of views that you get in the first 3 days, unless it gets promoted somehow, you know, via social media, whatever, you'll notice that the views will start to slow down or even stop altogether. So you literally have like 3 days. So if you're gonna extend it, tell people to share. Tell people to share that, you know, to share it. That'll help you grow too. Okay, I think I'm almost all out of these white ones here. So let's see. I know I want, let me put my tip, let me put this here. I'm gonna need more seed beads. What did I do with my seed beads? Let me see. Let me see what I have in this little bag here. Ooh. Looking for something, I found one. Oh, I found one. I found one. This is like a mixture of all different kinds of like small little beads. Because I can't really work with small, tiny little things because my hands just, they don't cooperate. So I'm just going to start by just kind of adding these on here. So I use these more to like add texture. And I don't do many shakers, so it's not really my thingamabob. I do them rarely. I don't really do many. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the only way. If you make like a video a week, then it'll stay fresh. But you literally have to stay on top of it because it'll get lost. Yes. You could also put the little card, like whenever you make your video, go back into your editing and make a card for that video. Like look for that video and place a card in there so that it pops up. Like you could link on the card above. Oh shoot. The alarm, you guys. Ah, dismiss. Oh my God. I hope nobody with a faint of heart, you know, hears that out of nowhere. I'm just gonna take out these really big ones that are in here because I can still use the smaller mix. And but yeah, there it's, you know, it's a little bit tricky when it comes to that. Like for me, that I don't do the Facebook thing, like it's so hard because whatever amount of views I'll catch like in the first 3 days, like it'll usually stay stuck at that. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's like it's a hit and miss, but 3 days, that's your window. So yes, you guys, if you haven't gone to check out Isabel's channel, go and check it out. Show her some support. All you gotta do is comment. It don't get easier than that, you guys. And you could end up winning a beautiful creation by her. Even though I hope I win, but you never know. Luck is on anybody's side at any time. All right, so I'm gonna continue to add more here. This is a little bit flimsy, so let me go and just keep adding more. Like on this side here. I literally have these little stones rolling all over the place. I need like a little basket catcher, something that catches stuff when it rolls off my table. That way I don't have to go looking for them. Yes, darling. Hi, Judy. How are you, darling? Thank you for stopping by. Today we are working on an assembled art inspired by the lilacs. Hopefully, it'll come out nice. Hopefully. That is always the goal. And did I lose myself here? Let's see. Let's see. So I am just filling in these little mounds of glue with little rocks and whatever else I can find. So let's see. Let's keep going over here and continuing to add more of these. The more dimension, the better. The more dimension, the better. And yes, whip out all around. Right now, this is looking a little weird, but we'll see what happens. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, you guys. I'm still hopeful. It'll come out. It'll come out good. So we shall see. We'll see what happens when I add all the paint and everything to it. So we shall see. We shall see how this is all going to turn out. Now let's see. Right now, it looks like there's stuff just growing out of everywhere. It's very easy to. It's very easy to lose your way unless you're gonna work on one at a time. I've been on for half an hour, Judy, give or take. I started at 7 today. I got a little bit backed up. And hopefully this angle is good for you guys. It lets you see more of my projects. And I'm sorry if I'm not answering all you guys' questions or replying to your comments timely, but I'm working with hot glue. And I'm trying to get this in there as best as I can. And anda por ahí. Anda por ahí, Jackie. Once I put the gesso on it, it'll glue them down a little bit better. It'll like reassure that they're not gonna go nowhere. I could have just done it with the letters. I think that would have came out super cool, but we're gonna continue it like this for now. Let's see what else I have in here. Let's get some more of these little. These are like little wooden ones, wooden beads. Let's see. Anything to me that is like really nice quality, like not these plasticky type things. I have all my good stuff somewhere else, just in case. All right, Deb, enjoy, darling. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna need another stick of glue. We're almost there. Oh, it's not ready for that. We're almost there. I think I just should have stuck with 3, but with 3 stems, I think that probably would have been a little bit better. At least to work with. It would have helped me to keep them more separated, but oh well. Oh well. We'll see. And I try to spread it out. Once I like while I'm pushing them down, I'm trying to spread them out a little bit so that they that glue spreads out a little bit. So I can get the most amount of beads or little rocks in there. More bang for my buck. Oh, he's back. We're gonna go ahead and add some more of the little tiny tops, little tiny beads for the top. Because I noticed that lilacs are a lot tinier in the top. It's like the new growth is all the way in the top and the old growth is all the way in the bottom. I don't know much about flowers, you guys, so if somebody says, duh, Carmen, that's what it's supposed to be, it's okay. We live and we learn. Let's see. I'm gonna do this with my hands. I'm gonna try to do this with this. I can never pick out a craft that's easy. Everything I pick out always has like 1,001 steps to do. It's like, geez, Louise, simplify it for us. But it's the kind of art that you can make with whatever you have. Doesn't matter what it is. You can even do something like this with buttons, adding big buttons, little buttons. That would actually look pretty cool too, I think. Let's see. All right. Hello, Pixie B, and welcome to my channel, darling. So I'll keep dropping little things everywhere. So let's keep this going. Okay, I need this to be just a little bit more full right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of these in there. And it's actually a good thing if they're different sizes. You don't have to be so uniform with it. Anything will really work. Any different little sizes will work. You can get yourself at least 3 or 4 different sizes. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. All right, so remember the goal is to make it kind of like a little pyramid going up, tapering off as we go. I'll clean up all that dry glue once it's all said and done. It's almost like making Rice Krispies treats. Or at least that's what it feels like. All the little cereals get stuck to your hand as you're trying to get the shapes down. Let's see. All right. Look at my hands full of glue. Uh-oh, the detective is looking for Isabel. She went out to get some coffee. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. We're getting there, you guys. We're getting there. I don't want stuff that's loose all over the place. I'm going to be reusing those right now. Put them right in here. So with the hot glue stick, you're definitely going to use a lot of glue sticks. If you don't want to use a lot of glue sticks because they're like, you know, liquid gold to you or whatever the case may be, then you could do this with regular glue. You just have to let it dry. And it might even be easier to do with regular glue because you have the ability to move stuff around and while the glue's still wet, you can shift stuff everywhere. So we'll see. So we'll see. So I just need a little bit more glue in a couple more places. And we're just gonna keep filling this in. Let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue to use these. Yeah, we're gonna continue to use those. We're going to continue to use those. Yes, that is awesome. That is awesome, Isabel. So let's see. Let's add some more of these little tiny micro beads. And I'll probably end up just filling in little gaps here and there with some of the micro beads. The point of this is to have a whole bunch of little texture happening kind of everywhere. I'm just gonna push that all down. We'll see what kind of funky shape we get afterwards. So let's see. Removing. Hey, stop rolling. Why do round things have to roll? This one came out really nice. I like the shape of that one. It's filling in really nicely. I'm gonna fill in the edges of that one now so that I can keep adding more. You know what, you guys? Let me go and get something real quick. I think I have a tool in my kitchen that'll be very helpful to me. I'll be back in 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds. I got myself a scooper. I think that'll help me out a lot. So let's see. I'll just put that there. And I can actually set that down. Yes. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you. I love it when you make my brain work. Put some of that in there. Put some of that in there. Whew. Hey, I came back really quick. Maybe not 2 seconds, but close it up, close it up. All right. We're literally almost done with this, you guys. With this part of it. The rest of it is the easiest part of all because it's just the adding of paints and stuff and letting the layers come out. I wish I would have remembered to get that sooner. I think that would have helped me out a great deal. Let me get some of these in here as well. It's a candy scooper. It's a candy scooper. So hopefully this will be just what I need to fill this in. Let's see. Let's see. What? I think so. I think that was the golden ticket right there. I'll worry about glue hairs after the fact. Just push these in so they're actually on the canvas. But yes, I think I just made my job a whole heck of a lot easier, you guys. Then I could just scoop this and put this right back in here. Voila, magic. It's like magic, you guys. It's like magic. All right, so now we got that. I left the little stems open. I have one here, so let's see where we're gonna start this one off at. I'm gonna start it off right here. Even though I put my line up there, but I'm gonna start this one off right here. I'll push this one out a little bit. Everything is going back in there, glue hairs and all. Let's push that in there. I really should have just done 3. Lesson learned. Do 1, do 2, and then if you like it, add another one. And then if you feel like you have room to add more, then add more. But I went too much too soon, I think. That's usually how I am. Look at that. Boy, am I going to have a heck of a time sweeping up tonight. So let's see. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think for the remainder of this one, I'm going to make this one mainly geared for these. Which one, Jackie? What job? Oh, Judy. What, Judy? I'm sorry. I'm so busy gluing over here that I'm like all over the place with this conversation today with the chat log. Let's see. How can I do this so that I can actually scoop the stuff out without it having to roll off out of my hands? There we go. Thank you. I hope it turns out nice. I hope it turns out nice. I really do. This is really driving me like insane. I think I want to make this one like super, super dimensional. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. I definitely need to go and buy myself some more glue. I am going to be using a lot of glue on this project today. I can already see that. I'll try to spread it out, give it a little bit of shape. Spread it out, push it down, spread it out. Get that glue to grab as much as it possibly can. Just keep pushing it and spreading it so that hopefully it fills in and captures a lot of this. And then we're going to add more. I want this to have so much texture. I mean, it's gonna have a whole bunch of texture, but I want it to have like a whole bunch of texture. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Judy. Let's see. Grab my little paper here again so I can hopefully scoop out my mix. And get this to kind of a nice sturdy shape. So whatever's gonna come off comes up now. Then I don't have to worry about it later. And let's put you back in here so we can continue to use you up. So let's see. We're gonna need more over here. Let's add a little bit more. Right, because when an artist paints lilacs on a canvas, usually they'll just dab the brush in the purple and the white. And that makes, and it looks like lilacs from far. You can't tell. You can't tell. So that was like the whole thinking behind this was like, I can just do something like that, and then you can't really tell what's really on there. Right now, it just looks like mounds of flowers. But once I go in and add shading and add dark colors and light colors, hopefully it'll really show and stand out the way I want it to. That's the goal. Okay, right there. Right there. Either way, whoever ends up winning this is gonna definitely have one interesting piece. No, definitely have one interesting piece. So let's collect more. And we're gonna move on now to our final stem, which is this one. I'm gonna continue it upward, and I gotta add some micro beading on this here on the top, which we're going to do right now. And then we'll be able to move forward. Let me get some glue. I know I'm gonna need it. Then we'll start gessoing this bad boy. Aw, thank you, Judy. Oh, I got a blue one. I don't need blue. My goal in life is to have a little piece of me everywhere. And I don't mean my ashes, you guys. I mean my artwork. I want to have a little piece of me in everybody's home. That means that I will have tons and tons and tons of friends because I give all my stuff away. I don't really sell my work. And everybody will have a little something that I created. That would make me super happy. Yes, right? To me, it's just a really awesome feeling, like knowing that somebody actually liked what I made, and more enough, knowing that they liked it enough that like they ended up owning it. Like all of that combined just makes it even that more special to me. Okay, let me pick up all these little bits and pieces while I still have this thing folded as I do. And that's why with these canvases, I'm doing it with the people that are watching, that are here. Because at the end of the day, like I can do a regular video on my channel and, you know, do a giveaway. And chances are is that people are going to come and they're going to write, you know, so beautiful, this, and the third. But I have no idea if they actually watched the video. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I have no idea that they actually watched the video. By me doing it this way, I know you guys are here. You guys are, you know, with me. You're enjoying the process. You're seeing the process. You can appreciate the, you know, the artwork a little bit more because you saw how it was made. You saw how all the stuff that went into it. And I just feel like at the end of the day, you know, it just makes it a little bit more special to me because it's like I'm with you guys and I made it in front of you. Not only that, I ask you guys for feedback and, you know, what color should I do this? What color should I do that? So it even makes it even more special because you actually helped me make it. 9 times out of 10, you helped me make it. Hi, Donna. It's all right, darling. You're never late. You're never late. Like, it's just, you know, I'm a little quirky like that, but it is who I am. I can't do nothing about it. I've been through so many crazy journeys here in this world that we call YouTube that I'm at the point now that it's just like, I need to be sure that if you're going to get something that I made, you're really going to just value it. And you're not just going to put it, you know, in a box. And chances are is that if you end up winning something that I made and you were here during the live and you're suggested the blue and there's blue in there, whoever comes to your home and makes a comment about the whatever the painting is, whatever it is, you're gonna feel proud because you're gonna be like, and you know what? I'm the one that told them to use the blue. Doesn't it come out nice? Like it just feels a little bit more yours. Like, you know, you made it. You made it with me as well. Because I know I will be gloating. I'm like, yeah, I'm the one that suggested the blue. That's just me. I'm the one that suggested the blue. I'll tell everybody that. I'm the one that suggested. All right, so let's see. Oh, this needs a little bit more. Just a little bit more over here, and then we're gonna call this one ready for the next step. Let's see. Oh, it has to be steampunk. So next time I pull your name out of a bag, I will put your name right back in the bag because it's not steampunk. How about that, Jackie? But I get what you mean. Some people have their niche. And speaking of steampunk, I am gonna be doing something steampunk related real soon. That is definitely on my mind. And I also love myself some steampunk. So we are about ready for the next step. Now we just have to figure out what that next step is. All right, so let's see. I got these going on in here. Um, I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with those. And let's see. Actually, I do need a little bit more right here. There's like a gap there. Let me stick that little one in there. Let me grab one more. Fill that little one in there. All right, so let's start gessoing this baby. Let me see. Is there anything else in here that I want to add? Not to this. I think that this is pretty full. But maybe to the canvas itself. And I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think that'll look really nice as it is. So we're gonna get this gessoing going. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna be making some kind of a dragonfly, and I'm gonna be adding some butterflies, and I'm gonna have little dragonflies and butterflies throughout this piece. I was thinking about adding flowers. I'm not sure if I add any flowers, they'll probably be along the bottom somewhere, but I'm not sure about that yet. We shall see. I'm gonna grab my gesso. Oh, that's so sweet, Tina. I got a pebble in my shoe. Yes, some dragonflies are gonna go in here. But first we're gonna gesso this. This is very like Finnabair inspired, if you will. At least the assemblage part of it, but I just do things a little bit my way, which is, I don't know what way it is yet, but it's a work in progress, you guys. It's a work in progress. Let's see. I really want to make sure that all odd little things are off. Trying to clear off some of those hairs so that I don't have hair everywhere as I am painting over it. I don't want to look like a hairy lilac bush. So let me brush some of this stuff off and just make sure that everything that needs to come off comes off. I don't want loose pieces everywhere. See? This will help me to also brush off some of the hairs, the little blue hairs that are everywhere. There's enough pieces in here that I can afford to lose a few. I think that's good enough. So let's gesso this baby out so that we can start adding some color. Yes, this is always the funnest part, is going into it with the gesso, because this is when the magic starts to happen. This is when everything really starting to take form and take shape. It's here. This is the time. When everything starts to kind of happen. Like I said, if you do this with wet glue, you probably end up with a little bit better of a result. But if you do it with wet glue, just make sure that you allow it to dry thoroughly so that all your pieces are very well, you know, they're nicely in there. They're not going to become loose. Now the gesso itself will stick some of the little loose pieces down. There needs to be a glue that dries just as fast as hot glue and no hair. There just has to be. I need the same result without the complications. Who has the magic touch, Donna? I can't see what it's looking like for you guys because I just have the chat open really big so I can see what you guys are writing, even though I've been terrible at keeping track of what you guys are writing. More or less. And like I said, you could do this with any kind of stuff that you have that is like a little bit round. Even miscellaneous items like buttons, stuff that you don't really like, that you don't really see yourself using. Grab yourself a glue gun, draw a circle or something, and sprinkle all that stuff everywhere. Gesso it, add some paint to it, and add a picture in front of it. Add some flowers, and you got yourself a canvas. You got yourself a project right there of odds and ends. It helps you eliminate the clutter and at the same time creates something beautiful for you. Gesso can be white and it can also be black, and you can also make gesso any color that you wish. But you can buy gesso in many different colors. Normally it's white, but they also have clear and they also have black. And you can also find it in different colors depending on what kind of specialty store you go to, or you can make it yourself, complete DIY. So I think what I'm gonna do with this is pretty much go ahead and gesso all of this. I think I'm gonna go in with some dark purple at the beginning so that I can get into all those little nooks and crannies, and then every layer up I'm gonna go lighter, 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 and lighter to create like the little highlights and stuff. That's the goal. Here I'm painting my little feather. Also gessoing that because my feather is my grass for this picture. That's what I've decided it's gonna be. I'm gonna make my feathers my grass, and I'm trying to see. Maybe. Is it too late? Let's see. Let's see if it's too late. Let's see if it's too late. Let's bring you over, bring you over, bring you over, bring you over. Let's bring this over. Let's see if it's too late. Yes. Do you see the person? You see a person in the canvas? Let me see. I love that kind of stuff. Oh, I do see her. She's like a fairy. Ooh. I do see her. Ooh, this is so mystical now. It got even more meaning. Let me move you over. Oh my goodness. Look what happened, you guys. Look what happened. Yes, I see her. She's right here. The problem is she's so bumpy that it will be like terribly hard for me to actually turn her into that which you guys see. If the surface was flat, I would definitely turn that right there into like a little garden fairy. So look, you guys, you can make grass out of feathers. Isn't that amazing right there? Me too, girl. Me too. I'll be looking at the clouds and I'm like, oh my God, I see a horse. There's a name for that. I forgot what it is. But there is a name for that. All right, so I think this is pretty good. Let's try to get most of this black gesso covered. Well, actually, this is not black gesso. This is black modeling paste. But I do see her. I definitely do see her. And yes, that is definitely a good catch. Yay, purple. That's right, Isabel. Yay, purple. So let me just clean up my brush real quick. Otherwise, I'll end up. And the more gesso I add, the more it looks like. You know what it looks like? She looks like one of those Oriental kind of pictures where you have like the lady with the weird hair. No, well, not weird, because they're usually actually very pretty. Um, she's got the little hair, the little headdress and everything, and they paint them among the cherry blossoms and all of that good stuff. That's kind of what she looks like to me. I am just cleaning out my brush, getting out most of this gesso out of here because I want to be able to use my brush tomorrow. And if you don't clean out your brushes right away after using them with these kinds of stuff, you guys, you're going to end up with a brick. You're going to end up with a brick. So let's see. So I'm going to keep using the same brush, because might as well. And I'm going to go into this, like I said, first layer is going to be with the purple. And I'll start getting this so that it can go deep inside and create like my shadowed areas. That's the goal. Right? Yes. But that's cool. Now whoever ends up winning these knows that there's like a hidden figure in here somewhere. And we'll see if she still shows through even after the fact. A little bit of an illusion there. And yes, I am going to go in the background with a different color, just in case you're wondering. Gonna need more purple. I'll be super excited if this actually works out. I've never done, like, you know, I do this kind of stuff, but in different things. like girls with the funky hair and all that stuff. But to actually try to replicate, you know, like an actual plant, I've never done that before. So this would be pretty cool. Hi, Nada. You saw all that shaking I did, and I'm still getting like little loose rocks everywhere. I think it'll probably, hopefully, it'll dry up better. If not, I'm gonna give it a quick just like a clear coat with glue with a sealer, just to make sure that those little pieces don't end up falling off all over the place. But I'll have to wait for it to like really dry. But it's looking like them so far, right, you guys? It looks like she's holding her head. Oh my goodness. She just took it to the dark side. No, that's not a head. That's a basket full of fruit. I don't want whoever wins this to be freaked out and scared. And I'm okay if I mess up in different places, because we're gonna be adding butterflies and just all kinds of stuff in here. So now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of pink. And yes, I'm not letting this stuff dry because I want these colors to mix. So this is gonna be paint on paint on paint. We'll worry about the drying after. Well, keep your fingers crossed, my friends. Keep your fingers crossed. You never know. You never know. All right, so we got the purple. I also got some metallic paint, which I'm gonna add later, in different little places here and there. I grabbed myself some pink explosion. So let's see what we do with this. I'm trying to find the cleanest out of all my dirty little palettes. I'm gonna grab some pink. And I don't want to go everywhere with this, but I do want it to catch different places. It's picking up little art stones everywhere it goes. And it's funny because it picks up more of the little art stones than it does any of the other stuff. All of the other bigger beads that I use, they all held down great, but those little art stones, they're like falling off. Yeah, fabric colors. Just gonna do this. Just gonna do this. Just lightly tap it. Because we're trying to create like little highlights here and there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this off to the side for a second. I'm just gonna let it kind of just sit there for a minute. And what I'm gonna start working on next is the other embellishments. And while those are off and done to the side, then I'll start painting the rest of the background here. And we'll see where this is gonna go. We'll see where this is gonna go. So I'm gonna put my paints here on the side for a second. I'm gonna put this here. Let me grab this. I think I got some water on here. All right. So I have here, and I was gonna gesso it, but I think I'm gonna add them just as they are. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous as they are. So I have two cute little butterflies that I'm gonna be adding on here somewhere. But what I would like to make for right now are some dragonflies. And in order for me to make these dragonflies, what I'm gonna do is that I purchased these little filigrees off of eBay. Awesome deal on these things. So I purchased these off of eBay. I got myself some cordage, stick wiring. And I'm gonna use this wiring because it's flexible and that way I can make the tail point this way or that way. So we're gonna use that. You can probably do this with any kind of jewelry thing that you might have to do it, or even string if you want to do it with string. You can do it with string. Oh, it is your birthday next week, Donna? What blue water? This is grass. Where you get water from, Karina? You talking to me? This is what happens when I jump in all late. So I'm pretty much gonna clip this, and I'm not gonna even use this. I'm gonna use some regular like heavy duty scissors. So these have like a little indentation here. So I'm just gonna remove one. Now I have a set of wings this way. So I'm just gonna remove the one off of them. We'll see how many I end up using, I'm not sure. But I'll make a few just to have it there. Yes, I love butterflies too. Anything with flight and movement, I absolutely adore. So this is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Right? This is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Let me see if this will work for me. Let me see how big this is in comparison to the rest of the body. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. So what I want to do is actually thread this first. Let's see if that'll work. I'm gonna thread these first, right? See the letters, they're like, I don't know what kind of letters those are. If I want to twist it, I can. If I want to keep it straight. So I'm just wrapping it around the back. So I can have a little bit of an antenna, right? Hopefully. So I'm going to grab these. And let me just clean the edge off just a little bit. So this is the goal. The wings go like this. So I'm going to wrap it. And I'm going to put one wing one way. I'm going to put one of the antennas one way to go under one wing. Bring it up. Bring the other antenna the other way. Do dragonflies have antennas? I don't even know. Let's make sure that that stays behind it. And I think that that'll work. All right. So we have little antennas here. Plier thingamabobs and just tighten these up. Twist these up a little bit. So voila. Hi Tammy. Little dragonfly. So we're gonna see. Let's do like 3 more. Well, 2 more, I think. That might do. We're gonna put these kind of wherever they may fall. And we'll have some butterflies. I think that this will come out really cute in the whole layer overall. Right? Super cute. And not too difficult to do. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself 3. Now, if you want to do like, if you want to get really technical and do like large, medium, small, then you can do that. Grab my little wiring, feed it through. I'm gonna be gessoing these, so I'm not really too worried about the letters, but at least the letters have a little bit of texture on them, which is really the reason why I used it. Lay these flat. Now, if you want to spell out names, you can do that. You can make little dragonflies, get yourself some little letter beads, and spell out a name, You can write words like love, dream, have it on the little dragonfly. There's many different things that you can do. Let's go ahead and clip this up here again. And I'm going to twist the wires just to hold that in place. Like so. I'm going to grab my next little set of wings. I'm going to try to trim off little excess that I didn't get off before. There we go. And this has like a little groove right in the center, which is the same little spot that I used to kind of cut. So I'm going to put my wings pointing down. I'm going to bring my antennas down the center, down and around one wing, down and around the other side. Let me pull these up. That'll keep it nice and taut, nice and tight. And here we go. We have another set. We have another little wing, little dragonfly, little antennas and all. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to continue on to the rest of this process. So grab myself the next little set of 3. I'm not going to worry too much about this and all these little leftovers. I can always use them for a different project, so it's never a loss. So let's see, bring in here. Give yourself a nice amount of room here. Flatten those things out. Twist your wire. Flip this. I probably took way too much wire this time, but it's okay. Grab your little wings. Wrap one under one side. That'll be what holds your wing in place. Wrap one under the other side. You've got jewelry pliers, and good idea to pull it, because that'll kind of keep it nice and taut for you. I'm going to twist this. You don't really have to, because it doesn't provide any fastening when you twist it, but and voila, 3 little dragonflies. Aw, thank you, Donna. So we have 3 little dragonflies. And we have 2 butterflies, $5 sitting in the tree. Hugging. All right, so we got that going. Let's put these babies to the side. Now, let's go into some of our background so that we can actually start pulling some of these things apart, pulling some of these things out. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and, first of all, rub some of these little extras before they glue onto my canvas all the way. So all the little bits and pieces that was stuck to the brush. And I'm just going to pour a little bit. I'm going to pour a little bit of that paint. This is Bahama Blue. Right? They look like something like that. I don't know. The picture that I saw of lilac was like these triangular looking bushes. So I guess it could be any of those. It depends on what you want to name the title. I guess it depends on what you want to name it. So we're gonna add a little bit of this glue. I'm gonna grab this so that if little beads get stuck to my brush, I can pull them right off. So I don't keep fighting with them. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen here, you guys. The goal is to try to create magic. Beautiful magic. I'm trying to pull off all the little bits and pieces that I see as I see them, because they are, I don't mind the texture, I just don't want the texture in the wrong spot. So let's keep moving along. Let's bring this down. And since everything that I've already kind of, I did some stenciling on this canvas before I came on today. So all of those things, I will raise them out with a little bit of buffing, maybe with a little bit of a different kind of color. Oh, okay. No problem, darling. I forgot what I was saying, but hopefully it was something interesting, but I forgot. So we're just gonna keep doing this. Just gonna keep moving right along. Oh yeah, I added texture to the canvas earlier before I started my live. So I'll pull all of those little raised areas and textured areas later on. And hopefully you guys are being able to see well enough what it is that I'm trying to do. There isn't a desk that I own that I craft on that doesn't get paint on it. That is just unfortunately what ends up happening to all my stuff. That's why I'm always wallpapering these things. Oh, that's sweet, Donna. Well, if I don't see you on your birthday, happy birthday, darling. Many blessings to you, and enjoy your beautiful day. And make sure that you get treated to everything that you wish. It's the one day of the year you can actually say, I want, and get away with it. So we're almost done with this part of it. And we'll see. We'll see how it all comes out. Right now they look a little crazy. Look a little crazy. Look a little crazy. I might add more here somewhere. But I'll probably do that afterwards. I'm not going to do it now. So whoever wins it might be just a little bit different than what you're seeing it as it is now. I'm going to paint the whole thing blue and then I'm going to come back into it and add, you know, the different colors on top. So I'm just going to paint the whole thing blue to start off with. And I'll go over where I need to go over. Wherever I went over with the blue on the flowers, I'll go back into that with the purple and fix that right up. Fix that right up. Right now, I just want to make sure I cover all the little nooks and crannies with this layer of paint. So when I go in with the darker ones for, you know, all the raised areas, they pop out nicely. I don't want to have any white gesso. And we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. We'll see how it all turns out. I think my feather grass is going to look phenomenal. That's just me saying. I think it's going to look super cool. Now, as most of you guys know, acrylic does dry really, really fast. So it shouldn't be but no time before all of this stuff is really dry. So let's see. We are going to move right along. And let's get ourselves a different color. And I've got some golds. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I got some golds sprinkles. So we'll see. We'll see how this all kind of turns out. I feel like I need a phrase. So let me see if I got a nice chipboard that I can add in here to give it a nice phrase. Let's see if I can get a nice word that I can incorporate in here. How about faith? I think faith is a good one, right? I think faith is a good one. Yeah. Somewhere like right here. Yeah, faith is definitely a good one. I think. I like that. Thank you guys. Thank you, Pixie. So we're going to push this to the side. And I think I'm going to glitterize this with yellow because purple and yellow kind of complement each other. So I'm going to let this be kind of like the gold aspect. And to be honest with you, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do with these dragonflies as well. I think I'm going to put these to be gold as well so that they be like nice little gold touches. And I think I'm going to leave it the same, but I'm going to add glue to them and I'm going to gold them up as well. So I'm going to make all these little elements in gold. So I'm going to put this to the side and let this just catch a breather real quick. Dry up a little bit more so that I can go into it with other details. So we're going to work on this for right now. I don't know what I did with my dirty little board, but I'm going to use this for right now. This little piece of scrap. And I think that's what I'm gonna do with these. With this, and this. I like this as is. I like the brown on it. So I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one. I like the brown on the face. Love that vintagey kind of look, but I don't have brown on that canvas. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Dorinda. Thank you, my friends. I so greatly appreciate you. Okay, this little brush is mine. I have to wet it up. This little brush is mine. I have to wet it up. Cause it'll dry. It'll dry. So I gotta wet it up. Yes, I like the earthiness of it, right? Especially being lower in the bottom. I really like the earthiness of it. Plus, faith is something that, you know, moves mountains. It's something that grows and grows and grows and grows until it just consumes you. And that is what you walk in. That becomes your light. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to paint these with gold, right? That's what I said. So I'm going to brush these on with some glitter. So what I'm going to do that is I'm going to use glue. I'm going to use some glue. I'm going to get myself the chunkiest little brush that I have, like the most discombobulated brush that I have here, which is this one right here. And I'm going to put some glue right here because I don't want to overwhelm the details. I still want, like, this has little filigree wings. I still want those filigree wings to kind of show. So I'm just going to load up the brush with the glue. And I don't know if that'll look right, so I'm just going to cover it up a little bit. We're going to do the same for this. In the meanwhile, I am going to put my little wing in the little basket, the little baby basket, and we are going to just sprinkle it. I'm going to sprinkle that up. We're going to sprinkle the baby up. I'll do the same for this one. Little cord and all. Let's put this one in here and put that right there. Let that coat up nicely. Let's go on to the next one. Brushing this on. Try to flatten this out as much as I can. And let's see. Let's put this in here and sprinkle it up. I like that. I like how that's coming out actually. Very much, very much. Let's load up our brush with more glue. Lightly dust the filigree so we don't clog up the holes, even though we don't know what's gonna happen with this glue. With this glitter. This is Glamour Dust glitter, by the way, by Deco Art. It's a very fine glitter. I will shake the excess off in a minute. So let's see, a little bit more glue. We're about done with this. And what I heard was to add glue to the edges, right? So we're gonna do that. And again, just coat these beads as well as we can. We don't have to go too crazy with that. Put this little dragon baby in there, little dragonfly, and add some glitter to that. Now, I heard something about adding glue to the edges. So let's see. Let's see what I can do in reference to that. So I need something thin for that. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. So this is what I'm gonna try to do. Let's see how it does. Just gonna pick it up, and then I'm just gonna do the edges with the brush. We'll see what it catches. I'll be okay with whatever it catches. Let's test that theory out. Where's my paper? Oh, here it is. Let's test that out and see if I like that. Just a little bit of gold. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Good idea, you guys. Good idea. I think that's gonna look really pretty because it's not overwhelming. It's just a little touch. It's just a little touch of the glue in the edges. I think that's gonna work nicely. Okay, Isabel. Isabel said, I'm still here. All right, so we're just gonna touch it lightly, like lightly fallen snow, but with glitter. Just a little bit. Touch it lightly. Hopefully I'm in frame. I think that works well. So, let's see. Beautiful. Awesome sauce. All right. So let me just shake off whatever excess glitter I can get off of these little pieces here. So that they're not too overwhelmed. And the letters still kind of show, but it doesn't matter. I have no idea what they represent anyway. I don't know if they're Greek or what. They're different kind of alphabet altogether. Okay. And the filigree is intact, ladies and gentlemen. And we have our little bits of gold. Yes. Yes, it does. It adds more than a sparkle, that's for sure. It gives you that nicely needed dose of energy when you feel like you can't go on any longer. This will work. All right, so we've done that. Plus, I think the purple and the yellows complement themselves really nicely. Now I got sparkle everywhere, but it's okay. All right, so we got that going. We can plug this baby back up. Thank you, my friends. And so we got this now, which is not all the way dry, but it should be good enough. Now we're gonna bring up some of these darker, some of these raised areas that I did with the texturing. So I think to do that, I think I'm gonna bring a little bit of the earthy tones. So I think my best bet, I wanna add, let's see. I think I'm gonna go with iced espresso and a mixture of, not this one. Well, this will look nice up there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use the fat fuchsia a little bit on here and there with that one just to bring it out. I'm gonna use a little bit of the black espresso, but I'm gonna use it like a watercolor, and I'm gonna put that like inside the little nooks. Inside the little nooks. So I'm gonna start by going in with some of this iced espresso. This is a brown. These are waxes. And it's a product by Deco Art. It's kind of like some of those other waxes that you have seen from other companies. This one is metallic luster, and it's called Ice Espresso, and it's a shimmery kind of wax that you can use like watercolor. You can use it in many different ways. Even when it's dry like a rock, you spray a little bit of water and you can still use it, kind of like an H2O. So I'm just gonna rub a little bit on my finger, just because I think that the browns and the blues look really nice together. I'm gonna add it on some, not on all, but I'm gonna add it on some, and that'll help me to get some of the texture that I got in the background kind of raise it. So I'm doing it really, really lightly. So just putting a little bit on my finger and just kind of raising it up. You can also use it like a watercolor and just use it with your brush if you wish. I'm just bringing in a little bit of that texture so that it kind of stands out. And this is the stenciling that I did earlier with the black gesso. When I did that off camera, I brought the canvas already all gessoed up to the scene. Came ready to mingle. My little loose rock. And now I'm gonna go into this with some of the blue. And the blue is a brilliant turquoise. And you see like this one is really hard. It's not really hard, I can get into it, but if it becomes too hard for you, you can just add a little bit of water. So I'm gonna go into this as well. With that one, I'm gonna spray just once to make it nice and thick. This is what I like about this product specifically. I don't know if the other ones do the same thing, but even when you think it's long gone and it's like hard like a rock and you're like, I can't even use this no more. Yes, you can. I have some of them that look like fossils and I can still use it as long as I put water. So we're gonna bring the edges in and add a little bit of dramatic kind of edging to this with this beautiful turquoise color. This is called Brilliant Turquoise. And I'm gonna go over the edges and also over some of the raised areas that I have here. It's almost like holographic, but it's not. Another little spritz there. My finger kind of going. Add this in. My, it's gonna be 9 o'clock already, you guys. I really need to put some pep in my step. All right, so I think I like that. I'm gonna leave that there. Gonna grab the black one, and I just want to create a little bit of a shadow, but I don't want to overwhelm it. This looks like a gunmetal gray or gunmetal black. I'm not even sure, but it looks more like a grayish color than an actual black. Yes, for a few. I'll be done soon, you guys. I promise. The last little things that I have to do is just add the pieces on here. So I'm just gonna kind of push this against the edges. Just gonna go into just the edges. Just to create a little bit of shadow. Hopefully that's the effect that I get. That's the goal. No, we're not. Huh? No, you guys are crazy. I can't do that 2 nights in a row. Sasson had me live yesterday. I just came to check my lighting and my stuff, and I ended up going on till 2 in the morning. And I wasn't even really crafting. I was just kind of doodling on a piece of paper. Like, I didn't even know what to do with myself. Leave it up to him. Forget about it, you guys. He'll have me here like all night. I can't do it. I don't have the power. That's how you know you're getting old. Because you don't longer have the energy to be up at all hours of the night like you used to. All right, so I added a little bit of that gray in there. So I'm gonna go in now with the fuchsia, kind of like a berry color. I'm gonna spray this down, and I'm gonna use this more like a mister without using the mister. So I'm getting it really loose, kind of like a watercolor. And I'm just gonna dab it in here and there. And some of the other areas. And I have one more color to add to this, and that is the purple. So I'm just kind of letting it fall in how it wants to and do what it wants to do. I'm gonna grab the purple, and then the last thing that I gotta do is work on the bottom and glue my stuff, and that's it. And I gotta get the purple because I didn't pull the purple out. And this is majestic purple. This is a nice rich purple. I'm gonna spray it and do the same thing and turn it into like a watercolor. Allow it to drip in. Make it a nice and thick. It's almost like spritzing it with a spray, except you're not. But this will help to coat, like especially like those hard to reach places that I couldn't really get into. And I am hoping that I achieved the look that I was going for. You guys will be the judge of that. If it looks like the plant or not, or if it just looks like a bunch of textured sticks. I don't know. I don't know, you guys, but I tried, right? That's all one can do. And I'm pretty happy with this process and this whole tryout. I think it looks really pretty. Even if it doesn't look like the tree, like the little branches and stuff. So I'm gonna bring this up so that you guys can hopefully see a little bit. Let me see if I can get my camera to focus just right. You guys will let me know if you can see it HD or not. But I'm gonna do the bottom now, and hopefully that'll be good. You can see all the metallic on it. So let's get down to business, you guys, and let's get this bottom part done so that we can call it a day. Because I know you guys got sleep to get to or things to do, and you got me here holding you guys up. I'm gonna turn on my glue gun and get that kind of going. Close up my waxes. I absolutely love these things. You can use it till the barrel is completely empty. Thank you. So hopefully it looks like it. I mean, you can always just tell somebody that I drew them while the wind was hitting it, and that's why they look askew. I did it while, you know, with a picture of them moving in the wind. And that's why they like to the side. So I'm gonna use this one, and I think a green one for the bottom. My royal green, my emerald green. That's what I'm looking for here. Did I not pull the emerald green out? I got lavish green, but not emerald green. Did I put my emerald green back? Brilliant. This is turquoise. Where did I put my green? Champagne. Interesting. I don't see green. So let's see what we do here. So I'm gonna have to resort to some dazzling metallic paints in green. I could have used green acrylic, but I wanted to look, you know, extra special for whoever is going to win this. I'm just gonna clean off my brush somewhat. And I'm gonna try to just capture the little raised area on it, the little stem. And hopefully I'm in frame, because I have a tendency to pull my projects towards my face, and I always forget. And let me add this little stem kind of pulling off over here. So I'm gonna add a little stem in there, because some of them fell off, as you guys saw. So I'm still gonna leave the stem in there, because that happens in nature too. Sometimes the top is bare, right? So we're going to do that. And then let's grab the texture from my grass. And let's see what we do here. And we're just gonna pull that grass up. Oof. I haven't done the drawing for the last one, Dorinda. I'm gonna do both of the drawings together so that I can ship them out together. It's a little bit more easier for me, but I've been keeping track, so no worries, darling. I've been keeping track. I need more green, but yes. I like that a lot. What do you guys think? Right, nice and summery. Something to remember 2018 summer by. And I have some textured areas here in the back as well. So I'm just gonna see what it'll catch. And I'm trying to do it as really softly as I possibly can so that it doesn't hold up too much paint. I don't want it to absorb all the blue. I want some of that blue to kind of still show through there. So I'm just kind of doing it with the tip of the brush and just kind of flaking it upward. The fact that the feather is there really helps out a lot because it gives it like that look. And be sure to check out my Instagram, you guys, because I'm gonna put pictures. You guys know I'm gonna put pictures. I'm gonna put pictures of this bad boy up there for sure. I'm trying to participate. Well, I've been submitting some of my artwork to Prima because they're having a call right now, like a designer team call. So I've been submitting some of my work there, but so is everybody else. So, but either way, I'm definitely gonna put the pictures up because you never know. One day luck will smile at you. I think that would be such an awesome and amazing opportunity. Even though I can make art with just about anything, but I would love to add that to my resume. Hello, hello, Jeannie. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add now the last little elements that I have left over. And then last touch will be to just kind of lightly go over it with this yellowish, lime greenish kind of green, just to make it a little bit brighter in certain areas. But overall, you guys, look at those feathers. Look at the texture that that feather gives the grass. Well, you know, how I made grass with a feather, you guys. See? Think out of the box. Come on, you guys. I help you climb out. Let's go. We all got to be out of the box thinkers. We all do. We need to start a revolution. The out of the box thinkers. All right, so this is going to go right here. I'm going to anchor it right on that stem right there. I'm going to anchor this eye right here. And we'll see what else I can anchor. But for the most part, it's just going to be this eye right here. And I want to right there. Huh? You got one more. Okay, Isabel, you won one more. So, oh my goodness. You guys, I get so like excited every single time that something comes together. It's like, what? Did that really just happen? Did that really just happen? And to me, of all people, I cannot believe it. I hear it and I can't believe it. Let's see how we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna curve the little body a little bit, just a little bit, give it a nice little curve. And I'm gonna glue this right on the top of the bead and I'm gonna leave the wings free. So I'm gonna glue that one right there. And I'm gonna glue this one in the opposite direction, flying down. Let's see. Let's see. Right down here. Right down here, you guys. Hi, Davita. Let's see. We have one more. And where do I want this one? I really want this one. Let's see. I really hope that this thing will hold. Sometimes I have the worst of luck with these things not holding properly. But we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. I want it to look like movement, so I want all of the different bugs and stuff kind of facing different directions. And well, yes, your room, I know for a fact everything is purple in your room, Tammy. Everything is purple in Tammy's room. Let's see. Does it need another one? Right there. I don't know, you guys. Where should I put this other one? I made it. I don't want to just leave it out. I got a butterfly there. You sent me a box of bugs? Jeannie? What you mean? What you mean, girl? What you mean by bugs? What you mean by bugs? Anyway, I'm trying anywhere. It's just like if I'm drawing a blank, you guys. Right here in the center. I found it. We're on that little piece of stem. Now we know who the culprit is. Now we know why the little piece of stem is bare. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness. I did it again. Okay, Jeannie. I'll be on the lookout, my friend. Thank you so much. Hopefully there's a chocolate covered kind. So you guys, oh, I can't believe it. Look, made of junk. But beautiful junk nonetheless. See, you can make it out of anything. I just put hot glue and sprinkled stuff. And then stuff happened. Look. The only thing that I had was the canvas. The word is from Michaels. I used a feather to make grass. Everything else is hot glue. The beading is little micro beads, little loose beads, just junk beads, plastic beads. It doesn't matter what kind. You know, this used to be a brooch that broke. And so now it became part of the canvas, you guys. You guys saw me make the dragonflies pretty much using 3 beads and a filigree. And yes, I am such a believer that you guys can do this too. I absolutely love it. Even though I'm not the most fanatic person with purple, I think it came out beautiful. And it only took me 3 hours. No, it didn't take me 3 hours and 17. I started at 7 today. Oh, that's not bad, you guys. I finished early. Hands up for me. Clap, clap, clap. I finished early. Usually it takes me 3 hours. I only been on since 7, so 7 to 8, 8 to 9. Yeah, 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Only 2 hours? That was fast. That's like record breaking. Record breaking fast for me. Thank you, Davita. I try. As long as I don't blow up, we could keep it going. So you guys, thank you so, so much as usual for being here with me today. Tomorrow is Sunday. I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow, but I will be doing the drawing for last week's canvas and this week's canvas. Thank you all so much for those of you that have been here with me throughout the whole entire time. I so greatly, greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much to those that stopped in and said hello and hung out with me. I do appreciate that as well. Thank you all so, so much. From the bottom of my heart to yours, I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great, great rest of the weekend. Bye.